I saw no mistakes in.
Yeah.
His mechanics were just perfect as well.
I really felt like Akalon Waste was Taeja's chance to take it. Now that we're on Whirlwind, it's going to be an uphill battle, but we'll find out, guys. Jaedong versus Taeja, the last battle in this series. Let's give it up. In the bottom right-hand position as the red Zerg, it is Evil Geniuses, Jaedong. And the Liquid Clapper spawning to the top left-hand position, the blue Terran, it is Taeja. Cross positions, oh my gosh, things can't be better for Jaedong.
Yep, and against Liquid TJ, as I like to call him, because he capitalizes the T and the J, I think he'll have a pretty easy time in these spawns. This is what he wants to see. As soon as you see you got these spawns as a Zerg, pretty happy.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that he doesn't have, whoa, going for an early pool. See, this is the audacity of Jaedong. This is the type of stuff that he does. He has that killer instinct. We saw him 6 pull against Scarlet last season. Now he's 10 pulling against his opponent. And this just speaks to me, I'm going to counter any command centers that are started on the low ground.
And it looks like Taeja is going to go CC first. So
is it going to be on the low ground, though?
Yeah, I mean, we can't tell yet. We'll have to see what he wants to do.
Oh, this could be brutal. I'm not sure about the timings, honestly. Command centers, will they finish by the time Zerglings get over there for a 10 pull?
No, I mean, then you would never do the 10 pull because
oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, shut up, Andre. Well, we'll find out as the command center. Oh my gosh, the command center is going to the. Oh!
Never mind.
And there it is. It's going down, so he will be absolutely safe. It doesn't mean that Taeja's won by any means.
Nope.
He just starts off with an economic advantage.
Yeah, he definitely starts off with a pretty good lead, but it's not over. Jaedong can still come back.
He can do Baneling busts too, or at least fake Baneling busts, making Taeja a little bit more defensive. A lot of players will overcommit to defending against something like that, and even silly little things like the supply depot being down, Marines immediately being rallied out to the outside. All of these little tiny things that could be potentially bad for Taeja can happen. Now, will the SCV will not see these approaching Zerglings. I
guess the only danger for Taeja would be if they somehow got into his main base, but his depot's up, so it doesn't look like there's much of a chance of that.
Yeah.
And these 2 buildings will just finish, and then he can repair them while he makes a Marine. And after that, he kind of has a nice economic lead. He can't take his natural until he has at least 4 Marines, I don't think.
Oh, God. Oh, why would you do that, Taeja? All right, Supply Depot is going to be attacked a little bit here, but as you said, everything's okay. Marine will be re-rallied in the right position. Even the SCVs stay alive. Everything looks good for Taeja.
Knowing that's Jaedong, he'll probably try to stay there and keep attacking the buildings and microing the Lings away one by one while they take damage from the Marines.
Okay, here's an important part of this build. Oh, the SCV wasn't able to get in. See there, I mean, it shouldn't have. But the SCV, what it wants to do is see if there's any extractors down, because obviously you want to know if Baneling busts are capable for the Zerg player. Right now, I think Taeja, what he's going to do, if he feels comfortable, he'll push down, put a bunker down there, and say, okay, I'm fine. If he doesn't, what he's going to do is stay up here and just wait until he has at least a single Hellion, and just keep making additional SCVs from this command center, and just say, okay, well, I already know I'm ahead. I have that extra meal, no worries. We'll just wait until I'm absolutely safe, and then from there, I'm fine. Yeah,
he might wait for 1 Hellion, or he might just go with 4 Marines. There's about 7 or 8 Lings, I think. So he needs at least 4 Marines before he can try to push down and make a bunker.
We'll see if he does that. 4 Marines about to approach here, and it looks like it's a starport. So no, he's just going to wait a single Hellion. No, he's getting together with his Marines.
Maybe a Widowmine drop?
It could be.
I mean, because there's no reactor in this, so I'm not sure how many Hellions he's going to want to make from a non-reactor factory.
Yeah. That actually seems correct. It seems most probable, at least. Jaedong, let's see what he's doing on his side. He has placed the creep tumor, getting just additional drones. Everything's all standard for him, but look at the income tab. Officer count should be very, very different. Normally you're at maybe like 2, 3, 4 more drones than your opponent in this position. But if you consider the mules, 4.5 efficient workers for each mule, so you're looking at +9 on top of this, so it's really 38 harvesters to 31.
Yeah.
Where does Jaedong go from here? I mean,
well, looks like he's taking a 3rd base and getting metabolic boost, metabolic speed, whatever it's called, the link speed upgrade. So I think he's just going to try to play into a macro mid-game situation. And he actually doesn't look like he's in that bad of a spot, even after the upgrade, or after the opening. I mean, his upgrades are delayed, his link speed's delayed, but he's not that far behind, I don't think.
Okay. Stim is on the way for Taeja. Third command center is being placed down as well over in the natural base. No form of scouting just yet, but now here it comes in. One Overlord, I think. Yeah, Overlord was taken out over here in the mid-right hand side of the base. And Zerglings get in here and scout out everything that's going on. So that's a nice indicator for Taeja, or for Jaedong, excuse me. He knows he's pretty safe. I mean, once you see the third command center, you're saying, okay, the range of a lot of all-ins is gone. I can just defend against the max extreme, which is some sort of mass units directly after that. That comes at a much later time. Normally have like 30 seconds more, and then from that, you're able to get the essential upgrades, whether or units, really. But Jaedong has pretty fearlessly gone for all harvesters so far. Units tab showing only 13 Zerglings out in the map. He's not really committing to any serious units just yet, which he does have to quite soon, because Taeja's army will be pretty scary once he starts to mobilize.
Yeah, and I mean, he might be able to delay them a bit more because Taeja's not going for this fast medevac. He's just using the starport to make the extra reactors for his barracks. So Jaedong's a bit safer than he might be. Actually, that's a hole in the wall out, so these links can get in. Not gonna do too much.
Okay, they're not going for the tech lab. That would have been scary if he got the tech lab, though.
Yeah, it would have. He's getting some SCVs in a meal or two, but not doing that much damage.
It's going to shut him down pretty easily here. So yes, you're absolutely right. The Hellions should be able to clean things up, or at least the Marines that are struggling out of there. Taeja just going to fix the wall now. Or, there it is. Yeah, fix the wall, and he's fine. Nice saturation so far, 60 drones to 46. How is Jaedong doing this? I'm really surprised that he's able to get such a large economic advantage, although he still hasn't gotten a lot of units. Now you can see at 10 minutes into the game, he's just now putting down the evolution chamber. So you can see all this opportunity cost for him to get back economically with his opponents. He is giving up a lot of his upgrades. He's looking to put it into the end game stages where he can just get a lot of Spire, or a lot of Mutas, and buy time that way and consistently hemorrhage his opponent. Maybe burrowed banelings will be in combination pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, he's still not nearly as good of a position as he would be in otherwise. His creep it's okay, but it's not as good as it would be if he'd done a different opening. And he doesn't have that many overlords around the map either in this game.
Uh-oh. Drop coming in. And this could do a lot of damage. But there are banelings already made. Haha. It's not going to die to any silly pushes.
Yeah,
Scan going to come up here. And he is. Oh, wow. Nice. But one baneling does connect even though he targeted down. And it looks like this drop is going to get cleaned up pretty easily here. 1-1 about to finish. So Jaedong needs to be very proactive with the positioning of these units. But as soon as mutas pop out, goodbye. I agree. And right now, Jaedong is just trying to salvage the position. 2-2 has started a little bit late, giving the differential only 50 seconds, but still it's a nice timing for the Terran player. That's something that you're not normally used to. Widow Mine's being placed up, so he doesn't have to worry about any shenanigans. And we're going to have just an increasing macro game.
I don't know how Jaedong does it, though, because even after coming out of that opening, which gives Taeja an economic lead, Jaedong never looks like he's behind much at all. And, I mean, he obviously must be behind because if your 10 point doesn't kill anything, then it's not good for you, but it looks like he's in a pretty good position right now.
It just came down to the upgrades, right?
Yeah, I mean, his upgrades are slightly behind, but besides that, it looks like everything else is going as it should go.
And I guess
fourth base finishing, and I mean, his supply is looking good compared to Taeja's.
I guess this is facilitated by the fact that you're in cross positions, so you know your opponent's never really going to commit to that all-in, and that way he can play so brutally efficient. Like, he could have made a lot more units if he was worried about, wow, if he was worried about a lot more, but he obviously didn't. Viking will go down here. But nothing too much. I mean, this is really surprising. Oh, engagement going to happen in the top middle hand position. And nice Widow Mine connection. Baneling's not able to splatter on most of those Marines, unfortunate for him. A Marine squadron is going to go over to the 4th base, try to take out a little bit of creep. This is a great little maneuver that he's doing, but intercepted by a bunch of Zerglings and forced to get back. Nice taking out, I was going to say nice taking out the other creep tumor, but he wasn't able to do that just yet. And the medevac should go down as boost has just been used. Again, going into the center, and this is the type of tactics that you have to do. It used to be like you start harassing your opponent everywhere just to kill like an expansion, but now it's kind of regressed, not regressed, but Terrans have realized you have to kill the creep first to really empower your main attacks.
Yeah, this is just facilitating a push later on, and because later he's going to kind of want to push and use the chokes at the ramps and the entrances to those bases, and that's where he wants to push and try to trade. So he needs to clear up all this creep in the middle of the map before he can do that.
And look at how intelligent Jaedong is. I mean, he instantly puts creep back up. Widow Mine's going to drop down, and engagements are going to go in the favor of Jaedong, it looks like, because he's just rolling past no further AoE. Baneling still moving forward. Muta count is still pretty high and unhindered. Where are the Widow Mines? No, they're going to get hit by a lot of Banelings. And they don't blow up on a lot. That's actually a great move for Jaedong, as he was able to maintain a lot of the position. And off of creep, normally you would say that engagement isn't good, but he's able to have a 4th base, continue mining, still retain a lot of his Muta count.
Be even more before he pushes again.
Hive Tech on the way for that 3-3 that's very that does help out, trying to instigate some sort of fight, but low count of units will go and try to trade off. Unit count currently is at 24. That's a nice count actually to just one-shot basically any major thing, like medevacs and such.
These medevac drops aren't doing too much either. It's still a good effort by Taeja. Every time he uses it, he pushes with some units across the middle, kills some creep tumors, but he's not getting any damage done with the drops.
Well, I mean, this is really nice, but what he really needs to focus on is killing the 4th base, the newer expansions, and right now he's just drilling towards the 3rd. And that's the problem, I think, with spawning in cross positions. You never know what direction to push in. You're always trying to kill the bases, the newest bases, but it's hard to do that consistently. And now this overwhelming massive force is just moving closer and closer. Taeja, oh, will he get the win? No, he doesn't get the Widow Mine hits, and there's still a lot of Banelings and Zerglings left over, but he's going to fall back as the Marine Marauder count is still pretty healthy. And not fighting on creep obviously kind of facilitates that as well. Baneling hit squadron going to the front of the natural, not being able to do much damage. Instantly he puts up his creep, or his supply depots. And another engagement in the middle of the map. I mean, this is the combination text that we were talking about. The mutas are just able to fly out and retain their count. Unit tab showing 23 mutalisks, so still very healthy, and going again, pushing forward. I mean, this is incredible that he's so cost efficient off creep.
Yeah, Jaedong's just microing so well against the Widow Mines. Every battle he targets them with his mutalisk, and he sends small amounts of links forward to take the Widow Mine shots, and never takes a bad hit from them. I think this is helping him a lot. Yeah,
it's incredible. I mean, it's so much harder to do to actually look for the Widow Mines and target them, because for a long time they don't have priority. Like, they're not attacking units, so a lot of times your units don't actually go towards them if they're unlifted. So you actually have to target fire them each individually, which